Hi everyone, I am making this video for Starseeds and I think I have a pretty good message. A message that I have heard from others, and then I'm kind of going to put it into my own words to get this message across, okay? So there's been a lot of questions, and I feel like with all this talk of Area 51 that it's just a really good time to bring this up because, people do wonder, okay, so why are the Starseeds... Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get away from this noise. Why are us Starseeds here? Why did we incarnate into the human form? Okay, well, we came to help humanity, but a lot of people say, well, why can't the aliens just come down? Now, some of you, oh my gosh, so I'm from Pleiades, and if I was to take all this off, I'd just be like a cute little blue, thing. So here's the thing. When you get into contact with a high vibrational being, it automatically lifts the vibration of anything around you. And this is why certain people can't stand it. So if you are vibrating really high, now let's just say some alien just came on down. We have a message for the humans. Here's the thing. If there was an alien standing right in front of you, their vibration would be so high because they're obviously coming down from, the 8th dimension, maybe even the 12th dimension. Their vibration is so high that they could just stand in your presence and automatically anything of a lower density would be coming up and it would be trying to purge itself because the higher vibration wants to lift you up. So for those of us Starseeds who do really work and spend a good amount... Do you hear these arguing kids? This is so ridiculous. How can I get any peace around here with these kids? They're just ridiculous. Now I don't even remember what I was saying. Okay, so for a lot of us Starseeds, we spend a good amount of time within meditation. Now, if you're anything like me, you are pretty much in a meditation all night. Okay, I don't like the lighting over here. Jeez. You know what? I just told them to quit. Anyways, I have witnessed this, and I used to wonder what it is about me. You know what I mean? Because it's like when people can't be around you and all you've ever literally done is just be nice as fuck, or you're just sitting there and you just wonder where all this toxicity comes from, and you're wondering, am I doing something to bring this out or what? So basically, and I heard this from Aaron Dowdy. If you want to watch him on YouTube, he makes a lot of videos and has referenced this a bunch of times about how, simply being in the vibration of something else that is higher vibration will cause whatever's around. Anything lower density, it's going to come up. Now, us being Starseeds and us purposefully putting ourselves in a higher vibration, I think, gosh, at this point, I'd say I'm probably always at least 4th dimension, even if I'm just here in the 3rd dimension. Now, when I get into a meditation, definitely 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Depending what I can do. I like to be at the highest vibration possible. And depending on when you catch me, like, I'm going to be vibrating pretty damn high. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my choice to live like that. So, I mean, even right now, I feel like I'm pretty regular, and I still feel like I'm pretty high vibrational. Now, this theory was tested out just through my own observations. I really do seem to bring out like the absolute worst in people, and I can never understand why that is, because I always assume that if I'm sweet and nice and all that they're going to mirror that back to me. That's false. Okay. The only one that can mirror you is your twin. We're not getting down to that rabbit hole in this video. Here's what happens when you are so high vibrational and they are not. You're basically creating a polarity. So it's gonna make them feel very uncomfortable. Like, and it's nothing you're doing, even though it is, but it's not, you know? So I've watched this play out with many toxic males in my life, and I've even seen it play out with some females, like just on Facebook and stuff. And I can give you an example of how my kid, and he knew it, he was like, I don't know why, like he can only stand to be around me for so long. He is very, very negative, and self-admitting. He will admit that he's super, super negative. But I mean, he has not lived with me for about a year, and I try to, like, you know, maintain a connection or whatever. So like, he'll come over every once in a while. And he was here for maybe a half an hour or so, and everything's fine. Like, we're just sitting there, like everyone's just sitting, enjoying the evening, and like I'm not really talking much, nobody's really talking much, we're all just being there. And then all of a sudden he starts feeling all this like toxicity start coming up, and he wants literally to start screaming at me, like screaming and yelling at me over some shit. And he's like, you know what? I gotta go. He's like, I only get this way around you. He's like, I don't know why. He cannot be in my presence. Like, he just can't be in my presence. Because I'm so high vibrational, it's pulling all of that toxicity and negativity out of him to be cleared. So his perspective, oh my gosh, being around her makes me mad. Our awakened perspective is, okay, being around me is pulling your lower density frequencies out of your body, and yeah, it makes you feel mad, but clear it out. Like, do something about it. I told him, like, get under the moon, let's clear this out, let's, you know. And the problem is with people, they don't want to listen to you. Like, they don't want to hear what you say. But I've seen this play out with the guy I'm married to. For a while there, it was like, okay, we had to have a separation. That's fine. Not really, but people will refuse to do their inner work. Okay, and like, we can't force them to do their inner work. That's why we, as high vibrational starseeds, have such an issue finding people that we truly like to be around, because it is very hard to be around somebody who can be on our wavelength. You know what I mean? That's not saying anybody's better or worse. It's just saying incompatibility, I guess. But I can see it to where, like, I can't even be like, my husband I don't know what to say about him. Like, he can't really stand to be around me for, like, maybe not even 10 minutes before he starts getting rage, just like all consumes him to me, and I have to be the one to deal the brunt of it. Now, do I really think I'm doing anything? No. I think I'm sitting there on the couch, just being my dainty little self, just shining my shine, and I feel like just being in my mere presence brings up some stuff that's inside of him that I'm not purposely provoking. This could be stuff from past lives. This could be stuff from childhood. This could be anything, and it's just coming up to be cleared. But when these people who get around you, they don't know that it's coming up to be cleared. They think it's just coming up, and you're just pissing them off. So that's an issue. If anybody else has dealt with this and has any advice for anything I'm talking about, feel free to start a discussion in the comments, because this is like a real issue, you know? And it really kind of sucks too, because especially if you really do love someone. Now, I will reference Teal Swan about this one. Some of her videos have said, at times when you are going through your awakening and you are going through your ascension and you start vibrating so high that these people, they aren't going to be in your life anymore, and they can catch up though. Like, you know, they can catch up to you, and then they'll kind of come back around once they get into their own vibrational alignment. So, and you know what? It's like, here's the problem. We are here on Earth. We are living on Earth. So most people are not really tapped in to all this shit. And they don't want to be. So, I don't know. I think before I even knew I was a starseed, I wondered why the hell I was so different from everybody else. Why the hell this stuff happens. Now at least I can take a little bit of comfort in knowing, okay, I'm a starseed. I'm here on a mission. I'm going through this pain, and I'm here to transmute the pain. So it's like I can feel when toxicity rises in me, I already know I want to clear it out. Like, I just think that a lot of people don't know that it's actually, I mean, it's not easy, but it's simple. It's a simple process. Pain comes up, you feel it, you acknowledge it, and then you dissolve it, you clear it, you transmute it into love and light, therefore raising the frequency of the earth itself. Everything is energy. So if you take that bad energy and just switch it around, I mean, you can change your energy into anything. Like I was changing my pain of abandonment issues into like sexual energy. You know what I mean? Like you can do anything with your energy. And so I think that if you're watching this video and this resonates with you, you feel me. But like I don't have any advice really past that. Like, so you're kind of like, oh yeah, I can totally relate. But yet here I still am alone because nobody can stand to be around me because I'm so fucking high vibrational, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So what I hope more than anything is that the one I love is doing their inner work, is doing their, their own ascension, and that I hope that they're just doing, they're going to catch up. They're going to catch up, So yeah, Starseeds, if you find people getting real pissed off just from being around you, I guess don't feel bad. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit. Like, you can tell when you're provoking people. Like, you can provoke people, and that's the thing. Like, I think what drives them the most crazy too is because you kind of just sit there and you're just sitting there just being you, like in all your like shine and colorful flaming glory. It's just the vibes that you give off. And like, I did have like my ex, like a boyfriend that I had very briefly, my Virgo, he told me, I mean, he's a very intuitive person also, but he did tell me, he's like, the energy I give off is just straight up nothing but love, like nothing but like radiating love. And he's like, it's just, sometimes it's overwhelming, you know, like not everybody can handle that. And I think I don't know if I posted this video or not, but it should be right under this, talking about what your twin flame masculine needs. If you're in a twin flame separation, here we are. We are the fully awakened divine feminine, and here we are just pumping our love to our divine masculine. Well, problem with that is if they're not fully awakened to their capacity, taking that much loving energy into them is overwhelming for them. They don't know how to process unconditional love, which is what we have to offer them, what we want to give them. And love truly is a feminine energy. So, you know, of course, they say you want to balance your masculine and feminine and all of that. But if you're a super, super feminine person, you have a lot of love radiating off of you, and your masculine isn't all the way in their masculine, that's going to be too much for them. So they have to balance their own masculinity and get rid of their toxic masculinity before they can even appreciate a divine feminine energy. So something to think about. We all do it. We all sit there and just send love out, you know, but like what they were saying yesterday is like, don't always just send all that love, because it kind of can freak them out, you know. They don't know whether to take that energy as good or bad. It's still weird to them. So just instead send them trust. You know, trust is more like, hey, I'm good. I know we have a union. I'm not denying our union. I love you. I'll see you when it's possible to see you. And you know, I trust that whatever you're doing in our separation is for the greater good. And that's a little bit more of a fresh breath for them than just all this loving energy that's going into them. So I hope this resonated with you. I hope this helps. Just keep doing your inner work. Remember, the twin is within, so just keep loving yourself. And yeah,